Hey guys, this is attorney Bilal Khalik. I'm an attorney here in Dallas, Texas. Our phone number is 214-453-2500. Our website is boldlegal.com. So today I want to talk about something very, very important. Not a day goes by when I get a call from somebody who actually is out of status here in the United States. They either came as a visitor or some other non-immigrant visa and just overstayed, or they just crossed the border and showed up here and never left. Unfortunately, immigration is doing a crackdown, and they're going not necessarily house to house, but they have a list. How that list is prioritized is anybody's guess, but I can tell you that there are some ethnicities and some religions that are targeted more than others. So what happens when you do get arrested? I wanted to share the rights that you have and the process you're going to go through so that you don't necessarily panic, but of course you're stressed out and you're worried, but then as long as you know the law, hopefully the process will be a little bit more smoother than if you did not. So if they do come and arrest you, make sure you check their IDs. If it says ICE, it says Homeland Security Investigations, whatever it is, check their ID, check their badges. That's your right to ask them that. If they're going to arrest you, of course they're going to read your Miranda rights and say that you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Now take that very seriously. These officers don't get promoted by letting you go. These officers are doing their job and they get promoted by being strict and enforcing the law. So some people say, well, I'm going to have a good conversation with these people and maybe they'll let me off. Well, they're not. If they have an arrest warrant for you, whether it's immigration or it's a criminal investigation, they're going to come in and arrest you and take you. Now, what do you have to disclose? Your name, your address, and your country of birth. Okay? Besides that, if you have status and they're willing to listen to you, go ahead and present any documents that you may have if they give you the opportunity. I have a client who is in DACA. Now DACA is those kids who arrived in the U.S. without and overstayed their welcome, and Obama administration gave them a privilege called Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, and they get a work permit. So if you have a DACA or some other form of relief, go ahead and show that to them. If there's someone to arrest you, go ahead. Don't resist that, or you will be guilty of resistance of arrest. Now they will take you to a detention center, which is called an immigration holding cell. They'll process you, they'll ask your name, address, and the officer actually has 3 options for you. He can let you go on your own and say, look, we're letting you go, we understand you're undocumented, but we trust you're going to come back and report to us. It's called release on your own recognizance. Now that's a great thing to do if they will do that. Or the officer can give you a bond amount, and usually it starts on $1,500. I've seen them all the way to $30,000, $40,000, and these have to be cash bonds. So your family is going to have to come up with that cash, post it with immigration, so you will be released. In rare instances, the immigration officer is going to say, look, I don't trust you at all. For whatever reason. It could be your criminal history, could be just the way you've carried yourself, and they will not give you a bond. At that time, you will have to wait to see an immigration judge and then get a bond. Now, we'll talk about the bond hearings in a different session, but bond hearings are only once in a lifetime opportunity for you to go in front of a judge, so don't blow that. Get the right attorney, the right law firm on your side, prepare well for that, and if you're going to present evidence, make sure it's presented in the correct format, because you'll be going in front of a judge and there's a lot of rules and regulations presented. Once you post a bond, you come out of jail, you resume your life, but now you'll have to keep going to court regularly and let the judge know, what are you doing to stay in the U.S.? Are you married to a citizen? Are you going to apply for asylum? Are you going to apply for something called cancellation of removal, which is available for only people in deportation if you've got citizen relatives? So if you do get arrested by ICE, it's not the end of the world. There's a process. You have your due rights. Your constitutional rights are protected. There's a system in place, and you have a right to an attorney. So if the judge or the officer says, hey, just sign your deportation and we'll end it, say no. If we can be of any further help, feel free to give us a call. Again, this is attorney Bilal Khalik, boldlegal.com, 214-453-2500.